lot more bloopers today than normal. Sorry. That was too soon.
Yeah, that was way too
That
soon.
was way too soon. So today we're getting our inspiration from Germany. And the dish we're going to make today is going to be turkey sausage. I know, turkey sausage, it's a health food show. I'll explain that later. With braised cabbage and mashed cauliflower. We're going to get some cauliflower ready. Sausage. People like certain things. So there's a way that you can have sausage and not feel so guilty about it. And the way to do that is look for lower sodium, lower fat. And that's really what gets you on sausages or hot dogs, is they have so much sodium and so much fat. And if you just get some lower ones, you can make it possible to eat every once in a while. These are also collagen casings. So a lot of times casings for sausages and hot dogs, ready for this, is actually the intestines of animals, and a lot of times it's an intestine of a pig. So whenever I can, I try to get collagen casings. I mean, that just sounds so much better, and it is. Now we're going to start off with the cabbage. What we're going to need for the cabbage is going to be some garlic, some onions, and the cabbage, of course. It's amazing how sticky your hands get with garlic. Ooh. When I moved here to New Mexico, I noticed that the onions here are a little bit spicier. I'm not sure another word to use for it, but these onions make me cry. So I have to be very careful with when I'm cutting up onions, or if I'm gonna cut up onions, cut them all up at once so I have one big crying session, and then I'm over. The cabbage is a little bit hard to cut, but if I can do it, you can do it. Just put your knife in there, back it up, that's a blooper, and I almost cut my hand off. Do it, and then we got some cabbage. We're using purple cabbage and green cabbage, and the reason for that is they have different kinds of vitamins. The purple cabbage has more vitamin A, which you can tell from the purple pigment, and it also has twice as much iron as the green cabbage. But the green cabbage has vitamin K, and it has a lot of different vitamins as well. So I like to definitely add both. Whew, definitely using my muscles on that one. Whoa. Cabbage is a workout all on its own. Who says you can't play with your food? So I get nice and brown. Put them off to the side. And also I got like andouille type sausages. So it already has a lot of flavor in the sausages itself, which makes it easier for us to not have to season as much. We don't need to add any more oil. We already have some oil in there. Onions. And we get to use a pan for most of this whole meal. So a lot of the flavors are going to stay right here. And add in some garlic. And then the cabbage is going to go straight into here. Make sure you get all of that cauliflower goodness. And we're going to take the cauliflower over to the blender. And it's best to do this when it's still hot. I'm going to add some milk. And this is a secret ingredient. Neuchâtel cream cheese. It's pretty much cream cheese, but it has a third of the fat. But this is what adds richness that you probably miss from potatoes. The salt, the pepper, because when it's hot, it soaks up all the flavors. A little bit of parsley. Nice and light. The cabbage has gotten nice and brown. It's wilted a bit. I'm gonna add 2 different kinds of mustard because that adds a delicious depth. So this is gonna be like a grainy type mustard where it has the full mustard seeds. Really delicious. And also Dijon mustard. We're going to deglaze it with the chicken stock actually. The cabbage will soak up all of that chicken broth and it'll make it really juicy and delicious. Scrape off all those crispy bits on the bottom because that is flavor. And when you're especially making a dish that's a little bit healthier than the normal version, any kind of way that you can get flavor, you should get it. When I went to Germany, I remember going to one of the first restaurants there, and first of all, I couldn't read German, so I was really lost in the restaurant and I didn't know what to order. But not only that, once I did see all the food that was there, I couldn't decide what to really eat because none of it looked very healthy. I mean, it's pretzels, which is just a full thing of bread, and sausages, and oh my goodness, everything was fried. It was not good. So what I am so happy that we can do is we can take inspiration from that and still make it very, very healthy. We're gonna add these in to get even more flavor. Let that sit in there. And a little bed of delicious cabbage. Now we're gonna plate up this delicious German dish. We're gonna get some of that cauliflower puree, add some of that right there. And that's a fancy way people do it nowadays in the restaurants. The cabbage to be the nice bed. Pop it in the corner here. And the piece de resistance, the delicious turkey sausage. Parsley on top, give it a little bit of freshness. If I was to get this dish, which is sausage and mashed potatoes, back in Germany, it would be 2,047 calories and 987 calories from fat. That's frightening. That's more than you should have in a day. Our version has 115 calories and 29 calories from fat. So I'd say that's pretty good. And it's a lot less saturated fat, a lot less sodium. This is money shot right here. Cauliflower puree is so creamy. And the turkey sausage has a lot of flavors in it already. Gorgeous. And the cabbage, you can taste the mustard and the different types of cabbage as well. It's delicious. Remember, eat well, play hard, and live happy.
Share and subscribe below.